Mihu, the Chinese Terran player, one of the best, maybe arguably still the best Chinese player. And in the top left we do have Hero. Now Mihu is an interesting character because he used to be the best, undisputably, but recently he has been falling off a little bit, but he's still like number 2 or close to number 1, so it's not like there's much to say that this guy is a slouch at this point. He's still one of the very best players inside China and who can definitely hold up the cup to any one of the Korean pro gamers. Now, Hero here on the top left, of course, one of the top-end pro gamers, but I'm expecting a very good game here out of Mihu because he's just a super solid player. I mean, you cannot win like 9 seasons or something of the best, most prestigious tournament in China in a row without being super solid, you know? There need to be extreme good fundamentals, very tight build orders, sharp timings, and solid defenses. Now we're gonna wait and see what Mihu has in store for us. On the other side from here, I'm just expecting the 2 base muta here opening. Of course, hatchery and pool gas should be the norm. We're gonna see the first SCV is gonna run out to scout here. And then we'll see the 1 Rex expand from Mihu. And we'll have to wait what follow-up he's gonna play. We've seen a few crazy builds recently where someone would go, I can't remember who it was on top of my head, but it would go into a super fast +1 academy rush kind of, and he had basically +1 timed out with stim and range finish up, and then would just do like a super strong +1 timing push. That was kind of cool to see. I want to say it was like rush maybe, I can't remember though. That was extremely fun to watch because it felt so powerful. The power spike was so big and he just won the game off that, I think. Can't remember though, but the opening was just insanely cool. A drone is gonna jump on the outside again here, this base, and the double SV scout does find a zerg player here in the north. Spawning pool of already, finishing up of course, and instantly lair. Miu's going into his second barracks. And he's pressuring with the first marine, and the SCV needs to be careful though. Hero did not really make any links as of yet. He's making some now. He was skipping on links. There's actually 2 marines coming out for the pressure, so a couple links not gonna be enough here to fend this off. 2 marines and an SCV, what a powerful army. He did not kill yet any drones, which is a little bit sad for Mihu. And he even didn't, I mean, he's struggling to kill that Ling, man. That's great. Great micro by Hero. But in the end, this will be defended. Really distributing the damage only to the Marines. Very well done here. The SCV couldn't get in a good position to block. It was okay-ish, but it wasn't the best. And in the end, the SCV only took like 5 damage. It didn't really block the Lings that much. It couldn't jump on. What? I got Marine. I got mine in Tracy's armory. It's kind of cool. Haven't seen that one yet. Then the SCV is gonna come in again for a scout. Will he find? Oh god! See, that was the position that he was looking for, but it didn't work out. Now he's not gonna see the spire, but he did see the drone move out, so he knows it's gonna go to the right, and he could move into that direction. We're looking at a 2 barracks academy rush here from Mihu, which is a very solid, it's like the standard opening, it feels like. It just provides so much to you. It basically gives you a lot of staying power, it gives you an early push, it gives you early upgrades for your marine. It does delay the follow-up upgrades a little bit, it does delay your next push timing, like the mid-game push. This is still an early game push. That's gonna be there. And oh, he needs to get that medic across though. If you can snipe the medic with a couple links, I mean with not 1 link it's not gonna happen, but he's just pushing out with the marines. He's so fast about this right now. He's trying to be there before stim actually, and he wants to kill that sunk, but I don't think that's gonna work without stim. He already loses the first marine, but he does damage the sunk. So if he can get the follow-up, oh, he needs to bring these units forward though. I don't know what he's waiting for. He does have the stim almost finished up. If he would join up at this point, he could have killed the Sunk. Not sure if he could have killed the mutas though, but he could have broken the front entrance. It might have been just barely enough timing-wise here. And he's gonna fall back with the Marines. And in the end, he's gonna assume a defensive position here. He's gonna already position some Marine medic in the main base. And a bunker at the front. So he's playing this a little bit afraid. And also a little bit safe. Since he didn't scout the actual tech, I think he's being careful that there might be a lurker bust. I mean, it's later games, you never know. But now that he sees the mutas, he's gonna be very happy about this. +1 is still not on the way. The engineer bay, of course, is done, because you need them for the turrets. The turrets are a tiny bit late. He only has one in the main base. He's very trying to be extremely cutting edge there, but he will lose some SCVs for that. To only a handful of mutas. Barracks is gonna join up with the other barracks, and we'll have one Marine in that bunker still. And the rest is gonna move across the map. Oh, medics being sniped is a big deal actually, yeah. It's already a bunch of mutas here. We're looking at 8 now. One did just die. I love these grid structures, the green grid stuff. I really enjoyed that. And I always thought the mutas, like the zerg, it looks so fleshy. So much meat. And then the Marines with the grid structure, they look amazing. The Terrans, it just looks so cool. This kind of concept art brought to life, you know, with false colors. It's insane. And I really like stuff like this. It's so cool. When I was little, I always thought if the Marine's gun is red, he cannot shoot anymore, you know. That was my initial thoughts. Like, why would you have this information there? It's just flavor. Like, oh my god, this guy's head is already gone. It's red. He can't think straight anymore. Okay, so far, Hero has been doing just a delay tactic. Both players are just like stalemating and saying, alright, we stay in front of the Terran main natural entrance, and you hit my Marine medic, and I don't move out of the map, basically. That's what they're doing here. Now 4 barracks being added in, double starboard coming in. This does not look like an armory build to me. I cannot find an armory as well right now, so this might just be a straight up into vessel transition. We're gonna check this. No, there's no armory. Finally +1 started. +1 started a little bit late in my opinion. He had a bunch of money already. Could have started that way earlier. So maybe a tiny bit of a timing mistake there by Mihu. But in the end, I mean, honestly, you would have already loved to have +1 in this situation. The mutas are already looking at the +1 glaives, the Marines still fighting with 0-0 here, and yeah, this is a no-break, no-go zone for the Marine medic over there. A Hero did take another natural base, so once he gets that secured up with lurkers, oh my god, this is some great micro here. Only losing 1 muta and he's gonna kill. Okay, he loses 2 mutas, but he kills the whole bunch of the Marines. That was amazing micro. And Mihu didn't really counter micro this as much, so maybe a little bit sloppy there. Of course, no armory means no Valkyries, so no Valkyries means the mutas are gonna stay for a little bit longer. They're gonna be a little bit more powerful. I already see 1,000 gas stacked up here for Hero, is insane. Morphing a few lurkers right now, still clearing out those Marines. And yeah, I mean, Mihu's having a rough time moving out of his base right now. He's up to 5 barracks, he's up to vessel production, he's getting that irradiate, so he has the things he needs, but I mean, he needs to throw down a command center soon in his main base here probably to float over to this direction. But like, his growth till the 2 base is insanely well, nice, but past that, he's just struggling right now to get up the forces he needs. Like, I mean, he has just not enough units to really be out on the map right now, and that's because he's been losing so much against those mutas, and he didn't trade well enough for himself. Again, a full group of mutalisks here, of course missing that one for the Overlord micro. But we need to see a command center here soon, Mihu. He's going into the second engineering bay. You still do see the vessel production, of course. And he's moving out with an SCV, so he will expand into the other direction behind the pressure of his move out. Now the vessels are still stacking energy, so they cannot trade against the mutas yet. But even then, you're gonna have a difficult time against someone like Hero who can just split out the herd muta, right? Now, if you're not careful, if you fly too close to the sun, you're gonna eat some damage, and that's a bunch of damage on those vessels. Now, quick split here. Oh, actually dealing a lot of damage, a lot more than I thought. One muta is gonna get sacrificed here. Another muta. This gets... Oh, immediately split out. That was very nicely done here. So in the end... finally, that command center should have already been started here. He's focusing so much on the control. But this was 2 irradiates. That was the first 2 irradiates with only 2 mutas. And the rest of the mutas are still alive. And we do see... double lurker ACK here being placed under the overlord. It's not done yet. What is he hitting? Oh, he's hitting the egg. The lurkers are there. Moving back a little bit. I wonder where they want to go. They're going up into the main base. Now we do. So he's trying to prevent them from getting irradiated, so he can get out. Oh my god! Even already a defiler. That was quick. Now we do see a double irradiate on the 2 lurkers. That was very nice. Swiftly done here. The lurkers are just gonna die. But the defiler is gonna have his consume now. And that means 1 ling is gonna be all that matters. He's gonna break everything. And he has a bunch of them. Mihu is gonna fall back. He did utilize this pressure though to sneak out another base here. So he's going immediately up to 4 bases, which I really like. I like this pressure move and just taking the 3rd base, yeah, that's cool and all. But if you don't really do anything with this pressure, well then you kind of need to have another advantage from the situation you created for yourself. And that is that 4th base in the bottom right. So I really like this. It's been a low committal, but heavy invest return with that extra base. If he can get it up, we're sitting at a 6 vessel count, which is quite nice. And he went up into double dropship. The dropship is still sitting at home. We're seeing some firebats being added in right now, of course, to counteract the dark swarm. He's... oh my god, he clicked the overlord. Oh god. I guess because he just couldn't click on the lurkers below. He's gonna kick... oh, he's gonna get double defiler here. That's some nice... radiates. And I like what Hero is doing. Just throw down those dark swarms. They already had the energy eaten and there's nothing to do yet, so it's gonna provide a drop defense. Now Mihu is patrolling a lot of marines just around everywhere here and there, and look at that, drop defense is looking stellar here. He's even coming in with the drones on the action here, but a firebat does survive. And a firebat is all you need. A firebat in a dream. I mean, look at... oh my god, the plague even, yeah. Okay, so we're seeing the plague stallion. Firebat is not all you need, apparently. It's the defiler. Oh man, he's still holding this. There's one marine which wasn't plagued, still stands strong here. We do see a couple of marines moving in. Here's a spore. I've seen this more and more recently with the plague style. You see this a lot. Because... those vessels do tick down to 1 health, and you need to get so close to the spore to get the vision. Unless you scan like that. That was a good counterplay, by the way. You scanned to get the vision and then irradiate the lurker. Because the irradiate range is longer than the detection range from the vessel. It's a funny thing, but it is how it works. Now, I think so. I'm not sure actually, but sometimes it can be. Oh, is he gonna lose that vessel? Yeah, that's dead. That's dead. Ah, it's kaput. It still irradiates the Scourge, which is kind of cool, so it does at least grab 2 Scourge. But this defense is looking solid so far. Now, we did see all of the lurkers die. There needs to be a defiler, and it is here. And the vessels need to irradiate those guys. Oh, why is he irradiating so many overlords? It's kind of funny to see. Is he planning something stealthy? Now there's still a bunch of links down there. We do have a firebed in the mix, so potentially this could be a win here. Oh my god, he has so many units stacked at home. He needs to set up just rally a little bit further, if you ask me. He does have a couple of bunkers up here. Space is looking very healthy. He's making a bunker and a barracks over here to keep this base healthy, but now a link Congo line with the Ultralisks out on the map. Plague again. Can we see the Phantom Retics? On one of the Ultras. He needs to jump into the bunker with these Marines here. And he's gonna do that. He also needs... oh, he's gonna do that. Only a couple though. But the bunker's not filled up. And the rest of the army does come back though, but he needs to fight an uphill battle. And we do see the links are getting on top of the medics here. Now, most of this has been destroyed. And things are starting to look better here for Mihu. Now, 2 Ultralisks though are completely wrecking this Terran army. What are the upgrades here? We're only looking at 2-1. So definitely coming back to that upgrade being so late here, that those Ultras are dealing so much damage right now. They're completely facing this army into the ground. And another Ultra is just joining the fray. Only a few medics left. That's not going to be enough to hold the space. I feel like this base needs to be abandoned. There's nothing here. There's nothing here that you can do. He has a couple of Marines in a bunker. He has a new bunker under construction. He's irradiating the Ultralisk. It's going to be nice against the links as well, but it's also going to be nice against all of the Marines and the SCVs. And yeah, Hero's already doing a split. We already see the lift. And this investment did not pay off, unfortunately, for Mihu. He needs to evacuate, and yeah, I mean, you could even snack. You could get a queen, and you could get infested Terrans if you really want to. No, most of these vessels are already plagued. I'm just waiting to see the first Hydra come out and start shooting at those, or like one Mutalisk. Ultralisk is under the Dark Swarm. It is irradiated, so it should die here very soon. There it goes. Hey, Hero, are you a man of my taste? Are you doing this? There's the Mutas, see? He still has the Mutas. He's trying to play drop defense, but now, as I say that though, Mihu went into the double battle cruiser. This is very expensive though. I feel like on 3 bases we're not gonna be able to keep this going. And yeah, as you can see already, a bunch of Scourge and Mutas are just gonna clear those out, so they didn't really do that much. He evacuated the drones from that base already. We see another big push here into the 3rd base of Mihu. He's gonna hold that. And the base is flying out, so we're not going to see infested Terrans here, unfortunately. But Hero, he's not really under that much pressure right now. It feels like Mihu is having a difficult time just being out on the map and keeping the map control. And even the early game Mutas, they're still here dealing damage to SCVs. A lot of Ultralisk Link coming in again here. Starting to irradiate a few of these Ultras, but... I mean, we're already seeing where this is leading to. This double bunker setup is not going to be enough against these Ultralisks. We're finally sitting at good upgrades here for our Marines, but... oh my god, most of the vessels just die here to Scourge. And this base also needs to be evacuated. Mihu is trying to establish another base over here, and he's trying to establish this one, which was the lifted one. But he cannot even hold the 3rd. How is he going to hold any of the others if there's going to be an attack coming? He's going to lose most of his buy in the middle now, which is Forsaken, unfortunately. And yeah, GG is going to be called. Mihu has to give up and is going to drop out of the game.